Hi, Damien for Automotive Superstore. This time around, it's Pioneer's DMH-A4550BT. It's their new entry-level unit, and if you're on a budget and you love Pioneer, this is going to be the one for you. Let's check it out. Now this unit replaces the 4450BT, and I had a look at the functions and features between the two, and really they're identical apart from one thing, which is that it now comes with smartphone mirroring for Android via USB, and it's a very simple system and it's easy to use. So that's a really nice upgrade. Anyway, the basics are 6.8-inch capacitive touchscreen, 800 by 480 pixel native resolution, though it will play back 1080p videos from flash drive. The flash drive will also play back FLAC and WAV files, and I've tested up to 96 kilohertz and 24-bit high-res files, and even though it's not high-res certified, it will still play back the files, probably just in a lower bit code. But anyway, it's still nice that it'll play those files if you have them. Internal amplifier is 22 watts RMS by 4. The front, rear and sub RCA Preouts are 2 volts RMS. There's a single USB on the back with an extension cord. It's 1.5 amps charging, and there is one camera input on the back for a reverse camera. Now, in the box, you get the main loom, obviously. This is for an auxiliary input. This loom here gives you, well, we've got steering wheel controls and your reverse camera. That's the extension for your USB. That's your front, rear and subwoofer RCA Preouts. Now, if you don't need any of those functions, just leave that loom out. It cuts down on clutter behind the dashboard, and that's really nice. You will need your Bluetooth microphone for hands-free calling, some screws, and it has a quick start guide, though you can download the full manual online. So jumping into it, first we have Android Auto here. So it gives us our apps, most importantly for communication, entertainment and navigation. And you can have a split screen here showing your map location and then the current media source. Quick access to important apps like your music, your navigation and your phone, and some settings. Now, Apple CarPlay works very similarly. It's just that you swipe left and right instead of up and down to access the apps on there. Apps are a great way to get a shortcut to things like digital radio. You can download a digital radio app to your smartphone and it'll play back through here, so you don't need to actually buy a digital radio. That's a pretty cool hack. Come back to the main menu here. What I've always liked about Pioneer units is they're nice and simple, and the screen system is super intuitive and easy to use. Now this screen here is your main source screen. At the moment, only radio, Android Auto and auxiliary are illuminated because they're the only ones available right now. If you plug in a USB flash drive, for example, this one will light up. Hit our little gear icon in the top right corner, and we come to our system settings, and you can see it's very easy to navigate. It's all nicely laid out, very simple. System settings is for things like language and date. Adjust your steering wheel controls. In display settings, you've got illumination level. You can change the key illumination on this side here from blue, red, amber, green or white. That'll match virtually any car that you'll come across. In wallpaper, you can set one of the default wallpapers that Pioneer has for you, or you can even load your own one in there if you like. Bluetooth is for setting up Bluetooth, obviously. Camera is for setting up your reverse camera. Let's have a look at audio and EQ settings. So we have our normal fader and balance here, but there's also speaker level, and that is actually the ability to adjust each individual speaker, and I prefer this over fader and balance. It's a nice touch there. Now in EQ, there's a 13-band graphic EQ. You can just pick any band and cut or boost as you would prefer, or you've got a few preset bands to play with. Volume is a volume offset between all the different sources. So your ring volume, talking volume, nav volume, and the main volume itself. That's actually a really handy feature to have. You have loudness in 3 different contours. You also have bass boost in 0 to 6 dB of extra boost. Just be super careful of that one. Don't use too much, otherwise you could damage your speakers. here you can turn the subwoofer on and off, but you also have a variable high pass filter for the front and rear channels and a variable low pass filter for the subwoofer. That keeps your speakers in the system playing in the bands that they suit best. And so for example, your subwoofer would play from around 80 Hertz and down, and then you would put a high pass filter, let's say 80 to 100 Hertz for the front and rear speakers. That way the front and rear speakers aren't playing low bass information and your subwoofer isn't playing high frequency information. And then we have Android phone mirroring. If we push the button here, you can see we're connected on the phone. And there you go. And that's YouTube playing. It's very simple to use. To come back, you just come out of here, go back across. It'll say disconnect, yes, and you can go back to normal Android Auto mode. That's a really fantastic way of doing screen mirroring, and it's super easy to use. And so it's a lot better than a lot of the other systems on the market. So there you go, that's Pioneer's DMH-A4550BT. If you want to grab one for a smoking deal, there'll be a link down below. While you're down there, like and subscribe. As always, see you next time.